Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609, headed to Ruidoso, and I thought I'd go ahead and start this video because it looks like it may be getting a little foggy as we get closer to Ruidoso, and so we'll start now. But what I want to talk about, well, let me give you a quick, somebody asked about taxes and stuff. Ask what I use Free Tax USA to calculate my taxes. I've been using it for, this is the third year. It seems to work okay, but it's called Free Tax USA. If you have a certain income, or you're, I think it's below $75,000, it's free. But anyway, that's what I wanted to answer. And then also, as far as deductions for YouTube, I take the mileage deduction. I use 12 to 15,000 miles a year at 56 cents a mile. That's the biggest part of my deductions. And also, I'll deduct state park fees and stuff like that, but that's enough said about that. What I wanted to do was tell you a good snow story. You'll like this one. I was born and raised in Kennedy, Texas, a small town between San Antonio and Corpus Christi on Highway 181. It's, I guess, southeast of San Antonio, about 60 miles. And when I grew up there, I was born in 1945, in the 1950s and early 60s, it was a pretty small town, very small. My graduating class was 60, so that tells you about how big the town was. But anyway, it didn't snow in Kennedy. I mean, it did rarely. Maybe once every 5 or 10 years you'd get enough snow to where you could actually make a snowman, you know what I mean? And that would be half dirt. But we did. And so sure enough, we had a nice little snow one winter, and there was probably an inch on the ground, maybe, or two, and a lot of kids were out making snowmen. And of course I was in high school then, and a group of us were riding around. There was 5 of us in a car, because back then not many people had cars, and now we're going to get into the fog and the video's going to go not too good, but we'll see how it goes. I got my headlights on and all that stuff. Anyway, so we were riding around there, and I think there were 3 guys in the car that were football players, 3 that were not. And one of them was a big old guy named Paul. Paul was a big guy, and he was a football playing dude. He was a tackle or something. I mean, he was big back then. Back then, a 180-pound lineman was a giant. Now, that'd be a featherweight. So having said that, we were riding around, and what Paul would do, we'd stop, he'd say, there's one, and we'd stop the car, and he'd run out there and he'd tackle the snowmen. He'd just scatter them all over. He'd just dive into them and smash them, you know what I mean? And he'd smashed about, I don't know, 4 or 5. And there was one on the corner. He said, look, here's a good one. And it was a pretty big one, and he couldn't wait to get out, and sure enough, he tackled it. But what the kids had done that built it, they built it around a fire plug, okay? So whenever he tackled it, you know what he got, don't you? He got a cast iron dead stop. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty creative of the kids. They didn't have a lot of snow, so they just used a fire plug or a fire hydrant for a brace for the snow, and it made a nice looking snowman, and Paul bit, And yeah, he dislocated his shoulder. We had to take him to the hospital. And yeah, he was in definite pain. But anyway, that's the snowman joke, or snow joke, from South Texas, the only one I can remember. But yeah, we're on the way to Ruidoso. It's a definite, well, it's not too foggy. It's what time is it now? It's about, let me see, 9 o'clock. And so I waited till this time because I figured it would be a little foggy on the way up here, because there was no fog in Capitan, but you could see that the cloud deck was not too high. So we're cruising on into Ruidoso, and this will be a different look for the drive. You'll be able to see the clouds shrouding the mountains coming into Ruidoso. And then I got to go to Walmart and get a couple of grocery items, and I'm going to come back by the what's it called, Foxworth Galbraith, the hardware store thing, and get a couple. I think I'm going to get 4 2x4s for the fence, and then I'm just going to borrow some boards from parts of my own fence and patch that hole. Am I going to do it today? I doubt it. It's pretty cool. It's 34 right now, But I did my walking. I mean, I bundled up and away I went, so that's okay. But I also wanted to wait long enough till there wouldn't be any icy patches on the road. Unfortunately, there haven't been so far, but we're climbing, and the temperature's dropping. So we'll see what happens. We should be okay though, I hope. But it is a nice morning. I mean, it's supposed to be sunny this afternoon, and the rest of the 10-day forecast is sunny and the highs in the 60s and lows in the 40s. And for some reason, I guess my complaining about the temperature deviation from what I was seeing and what was actually there, somebody made an adjustment somewhere, because now the temperature for the past 3 days in a row has been accurate in the mornings. I mean, this morning they said it was 31 or whatever, and it was, okay, according to my indoor-outdoor temperature gauge. Yeah, I like that. It comes in handy. My ears are fixing to pop now. Yeah, as you go up, it builds up pressure. That's why they don't like for you to take a lot of stuff on airplanes. You know, you take spray cans and stuff, you know, they can explode, I guess. But it's a beautiful day to be alive and you can see it, well, you can, but maybe you can see the snow on the side of the mountain here, just a light dusting from yesterday's snow. And Ski Apache, you can't see it because it's shrouded in clouds. I like that word, shrouded. Surrounded, okay, how about that one? But it's not a whole lot of difference in the elevation of the city of Ruidoso and the city of Capitan. The city itself of Ruidoso is about 7,000 feet, and the city itself in Capitan is about 6,400, so it's not a big difference. The fire danger today is moderate. The sign there says wild horses. There's the speed limit thing on the right. It shows me going 47, 46, 45, 44, 43. They got a lot of decking stuff there on the right, but I didn't want to. I didn't. You know, that stuff's pretty expensive. That's, you know, the slate rock stuff. I mean, it's pretty expensive. I mean, what I got was more expensive than some. I mean, I could have just got, you know, little concrete blocks, but it looks good. I'm satisfied. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you, Cody and Rocky. Mainly Rocky. Rocky's the one that did all the work. We'll let this go a while. I'll let you see this is coming into Ruidoso on Highway 48 from Capitan. And we'll go up here and we'll take a left and go down Gavilan Canyon Road, and that snakes around and comes out not too far from Walmart and so forth. Yes, I do have my dark chocolate almonds, and yes, I do have my green tea. That's my snack for the morning. Mid-morning. Yeah, I started walking about 7:45 and finished about 8:30. It's about, 8:30, 45 minutes. Let's see what the price of gasoline is here in Ruidoso, New Mexico. What do you think? In Capitan, it's $2.10, I think, or $2.20, and here it's $1.99. Well, at that place, that's a Valero. It's $1.99, and diesel is $2.59 a gallon. Last year out here it was $2.39. They could still go down and make money, but you know, they're going to do a little gouging on the way down. I don't blame them, man. Hey, you know, if I had a business, what would I do? Would I become a church? No. So the sun's coming out. We got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy. John Denver, what a great singer. You can see the snow on the side of the mountain there. Take a right and you go to the Sierra Recreation Area. Ski Apache is 12 miles to the right. It says elevation 6,900 feet. It's called the village of Ruidoso. Ruidoso means loud or noisy or something. And that comes from a river here, that's a spring-fed river, and it apparently makes a little noise. And what else can I tell you? There's a pretty little lake on the left there. That's called Alto Lake. It's a recreation lake. It's pretty. I might go there and have a picnic one day. I need to get in the left lane because we're coming up on Gavilan Canyon Road, or Gavilan, I think it's the name of it. Yeah, there's a restaurant here on the left, and unfortunately they're closed, and God, that has got to kill these people, because this was the hangout. I mean, this was the spot right here. It's called the Alto Cafe. Man, I mean, not a day did I come by here last year that it wasn't packed. And now all they're doing is takeout, and they're not getting 10% of their business. Enough said, guys. This is changing, though. The good news is I noticed that there's 4 governors, Governor of California, Washington, Oregon, and one other state I can't recall right now. They're ready to get their economies going again. They're fixing to lift the ban on everything. And once that starts, kicks the ball off the mountain, then it's back to normal, guys, as fast as we can go. What will normal be now? Different. We'll just move to a, quote, new normal. This road's a little rough, so the camera may shake a little bit, and we're kind of going, well, we'll be going in and out of the sun, because this road's kind of windy through the mountains here. Yeah, if you lived over here, you'd have a hard time not parking under the pine trees, because it's in the Lincoln National Forest. I guess they have to put covers on their cars or something, because that old sappy stuff gets on your vehicle, on the windshield. It's like a syrup, you know. Yes, sir, it's a beautiful day. I'm glad to be alive. I feel good. Yeah, I've been eating good, sleeping good. You know, that's another thing I'll mention while I'm just driving along here. You know, one of the things you can do to keep your health, probably aside from exercising and eating right, get a good night's sleep. You know, 9 hours of sleep is not going to hurt you. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, everybody has a different body rhythm, okay? But mine is 9 hours of sleep a night. Now, I go to bed I go to sleep about 9, and I get up about 6 a.m. every day. And then in the afternoons, if I feel nappy, I take a little nap for about anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. I just let my body go, man. And whenever I get through napping, it'll tell me, say, get up, boy, go get them. Listen to your body talk. Ruidoso, New Mexico, April the 14th, 2020 at what? 9:11 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time, I guess. Averaging 23.4 miles a gallon overall. And whenever I'm in a town like Capitan, driving in towns really drops your fuel economy. That's why a lot of people ask me, how do I get such good mileage? Well, when I'm at my home base in Kingsland, Texas, 8 miles from Kingsland, most of my driving is highway driving, and I get about 24.5 miles a gallon because I don't do much stop and go driving in traffic. Does that make a difference? Sure, absolutely. And the people that do those, quote, jackrabbit starts, you know, that's just wasted fuel because they're just racing to the next red light. Speed limit on this road is 35, and I'm going 30, so I better slow down. They would like nothing better than to give an old boy from Texas a ticket, I'm sure. White Mountain Meadow, a gated community. I like my lot in Capitan. I do. That road there to the right, if you follow it, it's a shortcut kind of to the downtown area. Well, not really a shortcut. It goes to the downtown area. You know, if I was going to build, I'm looking at these big homes off to the right, which you can't see, but if I was going to build a big home like that that was, you know, $500,000 and up, man, I'd want a view. I'd want a view, you know what I mean? If you have property that has a great view, hang on to it, because they don't make that many of them. Oh, we'll let this rattle on a little bit, guys, because it's kind of nice going in and out of these curves slowly. You know, the sun out here in this part of the world, in this high desert, can be brutal. You know, if you go snow skiing here, put some stuff on your nose or whatever's exposed, because it'll toast you. Down through the barnyard she staggered. She staggered and fell at the door. These were the last words she uttered. I'll never get drunk anymore. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. I love the new spring leaves popping out on the trees. They come out, they're lime, kind of a lime colored green. Really pretty. This is definitely the springtime here in the mountains. I thought about getting some plants and stuff, and I'm not going to say I'm not, but if I could get seeds, I would rather do that. I don't want to get the plants. You know, if I'm going to plant something, I just want to plant the seed and see what happens. I'm amazed that you can plant a seed that becomes a tomato plant and tomatoes pop out all over it. Or you can plant a seed and it becomes a tree, you know, like an apple tree or any kind of fruit tree or a pine tree, whatever. Amazing. From a single seed. Just simply amazing. Yeah, we plant a seed and it comes up to be a kid, a girl or a boy, as far as I know. Okay, we're on Gavilan Road here. I'm glad I found it. Google Earth is the one, or Google Maps led me to this road here years ago. And it is a great way to bypass the downtown area during the peak summer months when that downtown area is slammed. But right now, it's a ghost town. It's almost eerie to see this place without busy downtown streets. But they'll open it up. I would say by the middle of May, they'll start opening the doors, and when they do, here comes the flood, because people are ready to get out. Not that they aren't. You know, of course, essential trips only. You know, groceries are essential, gasoline's essential, going to the bank is essential, and you know, that's about all people do anyway. They used to go to restaurants and bars. They can't, that's about the only thing that's been eliminated. But they can still go to the restaurants and get takeout. I wonder if you can go to a bar and get takeout. I have to ask them about that. Oh, that green tea is good. With that homemade honey, or not homemade, but homegrown honey. The fellow in, where was I? Let me think. State Park in Texas, Colorado River or something. State Park, I don't know what it was now, I can't even remember. My rememberer is not good. I'll end the video right up here, guys, when I get around. When I make the turn to get off Gavilan Canyon Road, I'll end it. But it's a nice drive through here. There's not a whole lot of traffic. And this is a population of Ruidoso, I think it's around 7,000. It's not a great big town. There are some pinned up Oh, those are horses. I thought it was something else. Yeah, you know, all the school kids are at home. You got to know it's just driving the parents crazy. I mean, you know, this would be Little League season and all that stuff. All that stuff's canceled. But the good news is the good times are coming. They're coming real soon. Good times are coming. Gavilan Mobile Home Park. You know, they get a lot of, see those things? Those are moose, huh? What is that? Isn't that what that is? Hello, ladies, or gentlemen. Maybe they don't have. Yeah. Who invited y'all? Big old things, ain't they? Is that elk? Moose? Moose eyes? If there's more than one moose, is it moose eyes? Moosies? How many mooses are there? It's a herd of moose, right? Okay, I'm going to end the video now, guys. But anyway, thumbs up, Carpe Diem from Ruidoso, New Mexico. Adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. Think about it. Use the link to Amazon products in the description of all of my videos. I appreciate that. Just click on the link, go to Amazon, buy whatever you want. Anyway, drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, take deep breaths, stand guard at the door of your mind, and enjoy your life one day or one moment at a time. Keep your health. Do the best you can. Let me get out here on this street if I can. Okay, now if nobody turns left, I got it made. Got it, guys. Let's go. Anyway, I'll end the video right about now. But anyway, guys, keep your health, and we'll talk again. Oh, I don't know if I'll do anything later on or not, but anyway, adios, guys. Bye-bye.